Are you ready to expand your life and reality? Join us for the next hour with Jamie Bates as she shares life-changing thoughts, techniques, and awarenesses to help you expand your reality.
Hello and welcome. I am Jamie Bates, consciousness facilitator and expander of realities. My mission with my radio show is to create greater awareness of what is possible and to expand you beyond the limitations of this reality. I'm grateful that you're joining me today. And today I want to chat about energy work. What is energy work and why in the world do you need it? Now, I know for you avid listeners, you may be thinking, I already kind of know what this is, and potentially you do. You already have all the information. Today, I want to kind of just share more information about really why you want to get your energy worked on, and truly what the difference is between like energy healing and energy facilitation, and what you may have, if you've been an avid listener to the show, what you may have even been experiencing that you weren't even aware was change. And, acknowledging change from energy facilitation, which is what I do here on Expand Your Reality, energy facilitation is truly key to continuing to move forward and really shift and change your life even greater. So today I want to share first and foremost, what is energy work? I want to kind of dive into the whole concept of energy work and truly why we really want to be continuing to have our energy worked on, especially right now as we're continuing to shift and change, and all of these form and structures are falling away and new form and structures are being created in this reality, and why we want to continue to get our energy worked on during this very, very, very pivotal, transformational time in humanity, you guys. We are moving through the Great Awakening. We are ascending and releasing ourselves from these lower level paradigms. So let's talk about that first and foremost for a moment. So first and foremost, I want to just kind of look at energy in particular. So energy work is basically where you get your energy worked on. Now, for me, I like to talk more about us in the form of energy, right? We are energy in motion. Now, some people would say, they would compare your energy to maybe your soul or your being. And I personally don't like to look at us as a soul. Okay, so if you can think for a moment what your definition of soul is, right? We all have all these different definitions of what soul is. And I know for myself, I've always been a seeker. I was a big religious seeker, especially when I was young. I always wanted to understand what the greater purpose of why in the world are we here, right? I had this like inner yearning from the time I was very, very young to really understand what in the world was I doing here in this reality, and why was I here? Why was I experiencing all of these things that I was experiencing? So at a very young age, I started really seeking. I started going to a lot of different churches. I was the poor little bus kid that would get on any church bus that would round the corner. If there was a church bus going through my neighborhood, I lived in lots of different areas of Flint, Michigan growing up. And, it's a very kind of impoverished area. And there's a lot of churches in the area that send buses to pick up the kids, if you're not familiar, the poor kids, I'll say, in the area, to bring them to church to teach them about God. And I was one of those kids, and I would say, pick me up, take me to church. I want to learn. I really wanted to understand what was going on here in this reality. So I started to learn about, your soul, and about how you have this little tiny spark of light inside your body. And that just never really resonated with me. I never really resonated with this idea that I have this little tiny spark of light inside of me, and that's my soul. And as I grew and as I learned more and more, and as I explored different energy healing modalities, and as I explored just really life in general and consciousness work, I started to understand that, hey, we're not this little tiny soul, this little tiny spark of light inside our body. We're this big, huge energy, space, and consciousness, right? And we have a body, and our body is inside of our energy, space, and consciousness. It's not the opposite. You're not this little tiny spark of light inside your body. You're this big, huge energy, space, and consciousness. And then you have a body inside of your energy, space, and consciousness. Now, your energy, space, and consciousness is where you store all of your points of views and your viewpoints and your belief systems and your experiences. So if you came here this time around and you have all these things that are just really, really easy for you, like maybe playing the piano is really easy for you, or maybe painting comes really easy for you, or maybe I don't know, maybe speaking a foreign language came very easy for you. And that could possibly be because those are things that you knew how to do in a past life. Okay, so we have some things that it's like we really struggled to learn them. We just can't wrap our brain around how to do that. If you have things like that, those are probably things that you don't have a lot of experience with because you don't have a lot of reference points to that thing from the past. And the things that come really, really easy for you, the things that you just do naturally, are the things that you already have a lot of information stored about. You already have a lot of reference points to those things, potentially because you have done them in the past. Yeah, take a nice deep breath. So we have all of this energy stored in our field. So when we learn how to do something, we make connection points to the energy of that. So let's say if we learn how to play the piano, we make a lot of connection points. And every time we sit down to play the piano, we are making new connection points to, how to do this, how to create this sound, how to make this music. And eventually we have a whole bunch of information stored about that concept. If you're an avid listener to the show, I'm always talking about form and structure. So that would be if you sit down and play the piano every single day for a year, you have a lot of connection points. You have a lot of form and structure around playing the piano, what playing the piano means, what playing the piano sounds like, what playing the piano creates inside your body, what playing the piano creates for others, right? You have all of these connection points to what that means. And that's all stored as form and structure within your energy, space, and consciousness. So if you died today, you would carry that form and structure about playing the piano with you. Now, I'm using playing the piano as an example because it's something we can all relate to, right? So if let's say you hated playing the piano, not that maybe you would hate playing the piano, but let's say you hated playing the piano and you didn't want you to have those connection points to playing that piano anymore, then you would want to get energy work done to release and remove your connection points to the piano. Now, it's just one little tiny example, and that's just one little tiny energy of what is possible when you get energy work. But essentially what energy work is when someone works on your energy. Okay. Now there's different types of energy work that are available. There is, today I'm just going to kind of talk about some different concepts around energy work, some of the things that we see most often right now. Number one is energy healing. And we're also going to talk about energy facilitation. Now, I am an energy healer. Many people in this world are energy healers. In order to be an energy healer, that means either number one, you have learned a specific type, how to tap into, how to draw from a specific type of energy that you channel or you connect with, that you pull through your body and then you deliver into somebody else's body. Or 2, you received an energy attunement that has turned on a specific flow of energy within your body that you can deliver into somebody else's body. So when you receive an energy healing treatment, essentially what you are doing is you are receiving a treatment of energy to be delivered into your body from someone who is an energy healer. Wow, that was a lot of information, wasn't it? So essentially, when you get an energy healing treatment, you are receiving life force energy delivered into your body to be used to increase your life force energy levels, to bring balance to your body systems, to essentially bring your body to homeostasis. Now, let's just start here. So an energy healer is someone who delivers an energy healing treatment into your body. Okay. When you receive an energy healing treatment, you are not receiving energy from the actual practitioner that's delivering the energy into your body. Okay. Depending on what type of energy work the practitioner is doing, is going to depend on the type of energy your body is going to receive and the type of change that you are going to receive into your body. Okay. So there's literally, like, at this point, I would gather to guess that there's thousands of different energy modalities available in this reality right now. Some of them may be very, very similar. Some of them may be the same exact thing, just called something different because somebody learned them differently. In my opinion, all information is available for us. It's all just swimming out there in the ethers. No one is just coming up with anything. The information is delivered into the universe. And then those of us that are willing to receive the information. Some people receive the information and don't do anything with it. Some people receive the information and write a book about it. Some people receive the information and teach others about it. Some people receive the information, just write it all down and don't do anything. Okay. We are all receivers of information. So there's a lot of, again, energy modalities that a lot of different people teach that are all very similar energies that people have essentially received and are, giving to others. Okay. So again, there's a lot of different energy modalities. I think at this point in my life, I have learned 40 plus different energy modalities. Okay. There's energy modalities that are earth energy modalities. Like, I'm going to use one in particular. That's one of my very favorite energy modalities, called quantum touch. Quantum touch comes from the earth. It's an energy that you learn how to connect into. And when you learn how to connect into that energy, basically you pull that energy through your body and the energy comes out your hands and gets delivered into somebody's body. So it's an energy that you learn how to connect with. Then there's energies that you become attuned to, like Reiki energy. Now, Reiki energy comes from above. It comes from universal life force. So that energy comes from above. It comes through your crown chakra, through your body, and out your hands. Now, that's not an energy that you connect with. It's an energy, again, that you get attuned to, that when you receive an attunement, turns on the flow of the energy, and that energy is forever flowing out your hands. Now, that energy becomes stronger the more you work with the energy, versus the quantum touch energy is an energy that you connect with, that you pull through, that you deliver, that, again, I would say every single energy modality, no matter what modality you're doing, is all an energy that the more you practice it, definitely the more connected you become with it. And what's really interesting about different energy modalities, in my opinion, is all of them feel different. So as an energy receiver, if you're going to receive an energy healing treatment, there's a big difference between someone who does just Reiki versus someone who does, let's say, quantum touch and Reiki, okay, because that's a mixing of the two energies. So the quantum touch energy, again, is an energy that you connect with, and it's like a denser energy, in my opinion. Like the Reiki is like a light. They're all beautiful. Every energy is beautiful. There's not really like, one's not like a wrong or a right energy. It's just different energies. Okay, so the difference between like receiving quantum touch in your body versus receiving Reiki in your body is when you receive the quantum touch energy, because it's an earth energy, it's a very structural energy. Okay, so it helps to shift and change structural issues in the body. So let's take, for instance, I personally worked with quantum touch energy a lot. It was my favorite energy when I was working in my healing center. And I used quantum touch to deliver into somebody's body. Now, the thing that you have to know about energy work is as an energy healer, when I deliver energy into somebody's body, I'm not, again, the energy's not coming from me. The energy is coming from wherever I'm channeling the energy from. Okay. And I'm just a conduit. I am just delivering the energy into somebody's body. Now, when I deliver the energy into somebody's body, I don't have a point of view about what I'm doing with the energy. I'm just delivering it into their body, giving them allowance, and their body is deciding what they are going to do with that energy as they receive it into their body. Okay, and it's not a conscious process, it's more of an unconscious thing. So let's take quantum touch. So I used to work with people who had scoliosis. Now, that was one of my specialties when I was an energy healer, was working on people who had spinal issues. Now, essentially, I would deliver that energy into their spine, and then their body would decide what it was going to do with it. And I had case after case of people who had extreme curvatures. Like I had one client in particular who had like a 29 at the bottom and like a 26 at the top. And I think when it gets to 30 is when they want to do surgery. So this client was getting ready to have a consult to get the metal bars put in her back. So I started delivering quantum touch energy into her body. And within 2 weeks, she had a consult in 2 weeks. So we did 2 sessions before she went for this consult, because essentially they were going to put the metal rods in her back. And this was kind of like, okay, well, we'll try this one last thing before we have this major surgery to see if this thing will help create change in the body instead of having surgery, right? So I started doing the quantum touch. I did 2 sessions, and within 2 sessions, her curvature, I can't remember the exact numbers anymore, but I want to say it went from like 29 to 26 to like the bottom went to like 14, and like the top went to like, maybe it was like 16 and 14. I don't know. It's been so long. It's been, gosh, probably 15 years now. But it made a huge, massive difference in her curvature. And so when she went back to the doctor said, oh gosh, they did a rescan. They said, you must have grown or something changed because your curvature is completely changed. Now, I knew what had happened, and I'm not taking credit for it. I'm just saying that I delivered energy into her body, and her body decided to make this massive, amazing change, right? So that's what happens in energy healing. The energy healer delivers energy into your body, and then your body gets decided to make change. So her body made all these changes. So within, gosh, I don't even know how long I actually worked on her. I want to say maybe it was 6 months. She went from this massive curvature, top and bottom, to no curvature at all. In that time frame of her coming to see me weekly. And that's what's possible with energy healing. Now, that's just one example. I've seen people over and over and over for different issues, especially structural issues, people that had hip problems, people that had, neck issues, people who had structural problems as a whole, using this quantum touch or using an earth energy. Now, there's a lot of different earth energies available out there. Using an earth energy to deliver into the body allows the body to make these structural changes. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have the same exact results. Every single person has different things going on. Personally, me in particular, I feel like I learned a lot of different energy healing modalities. And so I'll take, like, when I did quantum touch, now I also had Reiki as well. I had my Reiki attunement. I also had like Moniki attunements. I had a lot of different attunement energies going on. So when I was delivering energy into people's body, I can't say 100% that they were just receiving quantum touch energy, right? Because they were receiving whatever energies were flowing through my body at the time. And again, if you receive an attunement, that energy flows through your body regardless of if you are connected to it in any way, shape, or form or not. Now, I'll say at this point, because I've had so many different attunements and I've had so many different energies that I've learned, I personally feel like I always have different energies turned on and flowing through my body. There really doesn't seem like a time when my hands are not delivering energy. Okay, so as an energy facilitator, when you listen to my show, you are experiencing energetic change within your being because I have a lot of energy that's flowing out and through. Plus, essentially, as an energy facilitator, what I'm doing is I'm bringing forward energy patterns and limitations, and I'm helping you to clear them out. Okay. Energy facilitation is different in the fact that as an energy facilitator, obviously, number one, I don't have my hands on your body when I'm just doing the radio show here, right? You're just listening to me talk. So I am just facilitating different patterns of limitations. Now, when you listen to a show and you receive energy facilitation, there may be some of the energy patterns that you have that are really, really strong that we can change. And there may be some things that we talk about that you don't even have those energetic patterns for. And so when I'm doing energy facilitation, you're not really getting any change from that because you don't have those specific energy or frequency patterns that we're doing energy facilitation with. Essentially, energy facilitation is when we're looking at an energy pattern in particular, like if I take even scoliosis, okay, that's a twisting of the spine, okay. In order to have someone have scoliosis at all, there has to be some warped viewpoints that they have internalized as their own. Okay, in order for your spine to bend, you have to believe something that has warped your sense or your point of view. Now, what I've learned is, as an energy facilitator, I can tap into those warped points of views, and I can help you to shift and change those warped points of views with energy facilitation that may actually create a structural change in the body. Now, obviously, to receive energy healing along with energy facilitation creates greater change than just receiving energy facilitation. And if we take energy facilitation as a whole, now, again, here on the radio show, I'm doing energy facilitation. I'm opening you up to new thoughts and ideas and experiences and points of views. I'm explaining things to you so you can have kind of a wider viewpoint, which allows you to step out of some of the patterns of limitation. You know how at the beginning of this show, every single week, I say, my mission is to create greater awareness of what is possible and to expand you beyond the limitations of this reality, I am doing energy facilitation to invite your body into a greater sense of possibility and helping you to step out of these forms and structures around limitation. But when you take an actual, if you do like a one-on-one session with me, or you do even a class with me. So if you take a class with me, that's, let's say, I have like a surrender class. I'm just going to use that for an example. Now, that whole class is all about energetic surrenders. Okay, so I'm facilitating energy around those energetic surrenders. So let's just take the surrender course in particular. There's 30 different energetic surrenders. So each one of those is taking one concept and doing energy facilitation around that one concept and allowing you to be free from the limitation of that one concept. Okay. Now, if you were to actually do a session with me, then I would be able to tap into your specific limitations, the energies, and the concepts and the constructs that you have stored within your field that are creating limitation in your world. And once we do energy facilitation around them, we're able to basically dismantle the form and structure around it, which then allows you to have a greater possibility with that concept and even beyond that concept. So essentially, the difference between energy facilitation is that in energy facilitation, mostly we're working with your energy, right? Now, again, working with your energy does eventually create differences in your body, because when your energy changes and your viewpoints change and your belief systems change and you're not functioning in the same form and structure that you used to, eventually it does create changes in your body. Okay. But when you're getting an energy healing treatment, that energy is going directly into your body, and your body is receiving the energy to make the changes that your body requires, which will eventually change things, kind of rippling out. Now, one of the things that me personally that changed me into an energy facilitator was I was working on people's bodies all day. And you guys, I had built my healing center up. I was super busy. There was days I was doing, I was working from, 9 o'clock in the morning until sometimes 9 or 10 at night. I sometimes was doing 10 sessions a day. I had my session, my practice pretty built up. I had people actually traveling on the weekends. I was working on the weekends. I had people traveling from other states to come and see me because I had actually gained some exposure from some work I did with some people with some structural help, with one person in particular with scoliosis, and another person in particular with I'm not going to go into details, but it was essentially a disorder that was not treatable. And so when I did this and I was interviewed and some things happened, I had kind of people reaching out for me into different states to come and see me. And so I had people coming and actually getting treatments where just 1 or 2 treatment was creating a massive change. But the problem is, okay, so let's say like I had this one guy come and see me. He had a knee problem. So initially he came and seen me for that knee problem. One session, he was good for like 2 months. Then he came back and said, I was good for 2 months. Then it came back. Well, because when we can change that issue at the core, right? But if you don't change the ripple out effect, if you don't change what's stored within the field, if you don't change what's stored within the field, then eventually those viewpoints, those old energies are going to come back into that area, and they're going to create the same problem over and over and over. So what I found was to create lasting change, people really required energy facilitation to first change the energy space and consciousness to where they had believed that life was too hard or things were too heavy or nothing was ever going to change or whatever it is, whatever limiting mindset they were believing to be true needed to be changed in order to create the change within the body, which is where the energy facilitations really come in, right? So essentially, when you receive energy work, when you receive energy facilitation, we're clearing those limited mindsets. We're opening you up to new energies and possibilities, and we're shifting those old stagnant energies that may be holding your life back. Breathe that through. So there's no really right or wrong with either one of them. Energy healing is amazing and wonderful and great. When people start experiencing energy healing for the first time, people experience a variety of things. Some people just feel more relaxed. Some people feel more at peace within their being. Some people have mild detox symptoms that happen, especially like even if you've just been listening to my radio show and receiving energy facilitation, you might have discovered that you might feel tired in the very beginning when you first start listening to my radio show, and that's because energies are shifting and changing, things are moving out. You feel tired because you need to rest so your body can process information. You might just feel kind of different or weird. Sometimes people will message me and say, I've started listening to your show and I listened to like 10 last week and I just feel really weird. And I tell them, well, yay, that's exciting. Because if you feel weird, that means that you are changing and you don't have a reference point to where you're at right now. And when you start removing the reference points to this is how I should feel or this is what I should feel like, and you just start feeling different, that means that you're changing. Yeah, breathe that through. So that is super exciting. Okay, change looks different for everybody, but feeling weird or feeling different or feeling just like maybe you're just having new thoughts or ideas, or maybe you listen to a show or you get energy work done, or you even when you receive an energy attunement. Okay, what happens is as you're releasing attachments, you're releasing viewpoints, you're releasing energies, and you're actually creating a change within your energy system, regardless of how you're getting that done. And the change within your energy system eventually starts creating change in your life. Breathe that through for a moment. The thing about energy work in particular is change starts happening. Sometimes it's not real quick. It just really depends on how, like in the very beginning, the very first time, if this is even your first time listening to the show, or you just started listening, or you just had your very first energy work session done, you might not have experienced a whole lot at all. Or you might have had an experience where you've seen colors, or you might have an experience where you have an old memory resurface. Oftentimes, especially even after energy facilitation, people will tell me, I had this experience where I remembered, this one time I was, 7 years old and I was standing in this parking lot and, something random happened or whatever. That is just that you're re-experiencing that because there's an energy there that you've been holding on to that has been released. Breathe that through. Right now, we are going through a massive recalibration of our energy space and consciousness. So there's a lot of old paradigms that need to be released. So right now is an amazing, amazing, amazing time for you to start. Number one, if you have never had an energy healing session, get one. Seriously, go get one. Call around, find a healing center in your area, receive an energy healing treatment. If you can't find anybody local, go to my website, Empath.com. I think it's on that one. You guys have so many anymore, I don't even know. I think it's on ConsciousEmpath.com. Is it? I don't know if there's a link there. Actually, go to my course page, consciousempathprograms.com, and click on the Reiki link. On the Reiki page, the Reiki course page, okay? On the Reiki course page, there is a Reiki healer who took Reiki 1 and 2, my virtual course, that's what the sales page is for. But there's a girl on there, her name is Ashley, and she's doing Reiki healing distance sessions. So you can actually get a Reiki session sent to you. Also, I am offering, I have all kinds of different possibilities right now where you can work with me as well. You can receive a consciousness facilitation via message, where I just tap into your energy. I let you know what energies I'm aware of that are coming up first. We'll do some shifting and changing on those energies. That will also create change. I also have where I can do one-on-one, and I also have a group coming up that you can also join as well. Plus I have my Matrix course, which is coming up, you guys. The Matrix course is September 23rd, 24th, and 25th, and there's still room for you. We are going to be doing so much energy facilitation in that course. And also I'm going to be teaching you how to connect with an earth energy and how to bring it through and how to deliver it. I'm also going to be doing a consciousness attunement on every single person, and also going to be activating some different energies within your being. So you are going to receive a whole bunch of different energy things in the live course. It's going to be just a ton of energetics, really. Again, that you can find that on consciousempath.com. Let's see here. I also have my Reiki course where you can get your Reiki attunement if you want to become a Reiki healer. The Reiki, again, is an energy that just gets turned on in your body. So you can receive a Reiki attunement. It's all virtual. It's actually, the class is all there. You can take it right now. You could start practicing Reiki in like an hour. If you went and took that class right this moment, you can get your Reiki attunement and you can start actually delivering that Reiki energy into your own body. There's actually a Reiki healing there as well. Okay. And that's at consciousempathprograms.com, or you can go to Jamie, Bates, BATES.com, and click on the courses link. I think it's also on consciousempath.com. I think you can click the courses link there too as well. I know I have way too many websites right now. So you can become a healer, okay, just like that. You can take my Reiki course, and then you can come and visit me in the Matrix live course in Florida in just a few weeks, and you can learn another earth energy. You can get that Reiki attunement, plus the conscious energy attunement that I'm going to be giving in Florida as well. We'll click on another conscious energy modality for you to be able to deliver into your own body and deliver into others. I hope that I explained energy work to you today. Now I'm all like, my body's all vortexing. What you might be experiencing right now is you might be feeling like an energy, it's like a vortex that's going through your body. It's like a small spinny feeling. That means that your body is receiving energy, go you, which is super exciting. So whenever you feel that spinny feeling, that means that your body is vortexing, okay? And your body is receiving energy, receiving information, which is always a good space to be, because that means that you're receiving these new energies that are moving through, and you're releasing and unwinding things that you no longer require. So you guys can always reach out to me as well at Jamie Bates.com, or even Jamie at consciousempath.com. If you have any questions or you want to share something with me in particular, I hope I explained energy work to you today and kind of opened you up to some new information and allowed you to really receive what is possible with energy work. It's time, you guys, to really open ourselves up. So if you haven't had energy work done, again, go get some done, or contact Ashley on my Reiki page and have her send you some Reiki. And then, if you decide to step into being an energy healer, which I highly recommend, especially as we're moving through these paradigms right now. Receiving a Reiki attunement, learning how to do some different energy modalities will really help you to shift it into high gear as we continue to assimilate these new energies. So thank you. Thank you so much for listening to me today. And I hope to connect to you in the future. I hope to see you in Florida at the Matrix Live course. What is it going to take for you to join us? If you have any questions, please let me know. And I look forward to connecting to you in the future. Thank you so much for listening. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.
You have been listening to Expand Your Reality with your host, Jamie Bates. Thank you for listening.